Hey folks, this is Ryan from ORS Racks Direct here in Vermont. It's a gorgeous spring day. We're gonna go on a bicycle ride, taking the Matrix on a road trip. Got it loaded up with some bikes, and we've got the Yakima QuickBack 3 mounted on here. This is a trunk-mounted bicycle rack. It's also available in a 2-bike capacity. That's the QuickBack 2, but here's the QuickBack 3. You can carry up to 3 bikes. This is the easiest and quickest to install in the entire Yakima line. They went back to the drawing board and they came up with a QuickBack. Very, very versatile. Works with pretty much all vehicles. There are, of course, some exceptions, so make sure you check the fit guide to make sure it does fit your vehicle. But if you've got a spoiler, in the past that might have been an issue with the trunk rack. Not so much anymore. The way they designed this, it should work around it. And it really provides a very, very clean and secure fit on most vehicles. As far as installation, it's really quick. As I said, the first thing to worry about is this center knob tightens this part of the upper support to the lower piece of the frame, and you adjust it accordingly to fit the contour of the vehicle so that the Yakima logo is kind of facing out. So if you've got a sedan, you're going to loosen this knob and these arms are going to curve out. It kind of moves in a circular fashion, and this piece would be resting on the top of the trunk. But here we've got a hatchback, so we've got it much tighter, and it still provides a nice, clean, contoured fit. It comes with these labeled straps, and on the buckles themselves it tells you where they need to go, side, bottom, and top. So you've got 2, 4, 6 attachment points to get a really, really secure fit. And when you are installing this, once you've set these up, this piece up, make sure the straps are coming in as straight as the line as possible. And in a sedan, you might run these straps under the frame, and that's fine. Whichever you need to do to get a nice, clean, straight line. And you can see we've got nice straight lines here, a nice straight line to the side, and down underneath as well. And when this thing is all strapped down and secure, you should be able to really, literally rock the vehicle by grabbing the rack. So the rack shouldn't move freely. And that'll tell you that this thing is ready to carry 3 bikes safely. We've got it kind of in the down position here, so when you're not carrying bikes, you can lower these arms to kind of get them out of the way. But when you're ready to carry bikes, you loosen this knob, and you can spin these up until they're parallel. And this is another beautiful feature of this rack, how easy that is, and no matter what contour the frame takes, you will always get a nice parallel to the ground line for your bikes to hang. So this thing is all set to go. Got my bicycle here, and I'm gonna load it on. Got my chain facing away for the first vehicle, for the first bike anyway. And I'm gonna drop the frame right onto the contoured little cutouts, and then I'm gonna tighten my chain straps, they're called, so that they're nice and secure. This piece here is the anti-sway cradle. That's important. You wrap that around the seat tube of the frame, and what that is going to do is keep the bike from swaying. And of course I'm going to tighten this one as well. And that way they won't bounce into each other when you're cranking down the road. So nice and stable. Now with certain frames, such as women's frames or children's frames, you know, you can't very easily hang the bike on the top tube. I should say that these arms are nice and narrow, so they will accommodate pretty tight triangles, but if you're having a hard time, you can always get the tube top accessory, and these hooks basically extend around the stem and the seat, just under the seat, so it provides a bar and a place to hang the vehicle, or the bicycle. Other accessories, you want to be able to lock the rack, or the bikes to the rack. We've got the 9-foot cable, which requires actually the lock cords as well. So you buy those separately, and that will give you a cable to wrap around the frame of the rack and around the bikes. Now you ask, well, what about the rack? Well, here's another cool thing about the QuickBack. It comes with a locking feature that's pretty cool and simple to use. Okay, so this QuickBack comes with the trunk mount security strap. This is also available as an accessory to use with an existing trunk rack, so that you can actually lock the rack itself to the vehicle so the rack itself can't be stolen. Pretty simple design. It's got a steel cable inside this strap here, and you find a part of the rack where you can loop around and throw that through, and then this will go in the seam of the door. So basically you tuck it in wherever it'll fit through the seam. And now with this door locked, someone can't run off with your really nice QuickBack. Pretty cool. Now, the other thing that I must point out that's very important, very similar, are these glass hatch hooks, which would replace the top hooks if your vehicle has glass or something other than metal to attach to. And the Fit Guide will tell you that you should use these as well. So they basically work the same way. This piece goes in and then the strap comes through and then runs through this hook here. So you just replace those top hooks. Other than that, in true Yakima fashion, post-ride beverage can be enjoyed, and the bottle can be opened with, oh, here we go, with the integrated bottle opener. Just like that. So cheers, and that's the Yakima QuickBack 3. I'm Ryan from ORS Racks Direct.